Hello there everyone and welcome back to more Battlesector. It is time to continue to purge some Xenos and we are well on our way to trying to recover the gene seed of our fallen brothers. It remains to be seen if we're going to be tackling this mission because I kind of thought we might have tackled it or dealt with it in this previous one last episode. But there is still more to be had and interestingly enough, for some reason I did not set up my command or units this way. The game just automatically deployed it like this, with the 2 land spears and then the rest as intercessors. And if I'm completely honest, I think I'm okay with this, staying with it as it is now, since sadly, with the Hellblasters and all my more powerful units kind of being an awkward point value, especially when you consider that I'm losing a little bit of my total amount due to the difficulty, I don't really have a lot of wiggle room to incorporate them, not anytime soon at least. Maybe that will change in time as we progress through the story, but for now, I think I'm okay with 2 land spears and then the rest of intercessors, since these land spears at least should be pretty good against the venom ropes. I would, if at all possible, would have liked at least 1 or 2 squads of the assault marines, but I think hopefully the land spears can cover that. I just need to be good about using them to provide a little bit of early warning, if nothing else though. That way, I can get me a little bit of room to kind of mow down, gun down any swarms that are isolated or at least in my way, and then prepare in the preceding turns for any Overwatch kill zones basically. We will see what happens, I'm going to stick with it, but before we do the mission, apparently I ended up getting 3 command points, and I think I'm going to use that due to the fact I'm going to be using intercessors a whole lot. We're going to try and upgrade them further. I don't know if I want to rush all the way to auto bolt rifles for more firepower or not, but I definitely am really tempted to at least get them their accuracy as quickly as possible.
On Balfora I was born.
But
And
for
should the Emperor will it, on Balfora I will die.
But for now, we will just focus on the increased damage to help mitigate the bonus health that the Tyranids are getting, and I honestly don't know what range stability is if I'm completely honest. I think it may just be the accuracy fall off for not fighting at optimum range. That's the only thing I can think of, and we will have to play test it a little bit to be sure. But with that said, I still have 1 command point and I can't really use it for anything else. And sadly, outside maybe buffing up the Primaris Marines for the hit points, there's not a whole lot I want to do with Entoro here. As far as stats, because I need to actually use these units for me to actually get value out of them, sadly. It would be fun though, but I think we're sticking with this, and maybe next mission, depending if I get enough points, I might jump straight into intense focus and really contemplate maybe getting the frag grenades too, but sadly I don't even think 35 damage is enough to even one-shot Hormagon squad. Either way, we got ourselves a little bit of an essential buff. Let's continue.
The priest continues to natter in my ear about the Primaris. They have not yet shown any sign of the Black Rage, but we have both witnessed the thirst present within them. They don't yet understand the tightening of their cheeks, the sanguine flush of their skin come battle. No matter how well they think they hide it, these Primaris share our blood, and its defects. The red thirst claws at their hearts. Let us see what becomes of it, once they face the beast that killed Pentasio. Know your duty, and discharge it above all else. That is the core of an Astartes being, and the reason I am led to these festering pits. I have my duty to Pentasio, and to 8th Company. To have survived Leviathan, only to be laid low by these scrap remnants. I do not deserve the honor of recovering his name. But if it is the Emperor's will, I will see it done.
Let's get this started. I have no idea what to expect here. Hopefully we have enough damage potential with that buff to my intercessors at least to help mitigate any heavily armored units we might encounter. Ooh.
This is your beast, brother. It is but a mindless Tyrannofex.
Its behavior was not this senseless before. Something of it has changed.
Aye, Pentasio would not have fallen to this. Come, our duty is clear. You retrieve his gene seed, and we will exact his revenge on the brute.
Oh, well, I was talking about how I need the extra firepower, and thankfully, that buff to the intercessors could be important here. Although that is going to be quite a beating. I'm just trying to... Oh, there it is right there, the little bugger. I don't know how... I think from the little bit I played, just testing against AI in the skirmish mode, that I think it has really kind of a flamethrower weaponry. Which means, if I can keep my distance and not clump up, I should be alright. How do I want to group up though? Since without a doubt these gaunts need to die. Those are probably priority there. And then we got Termagants here. 2 squads of Termagants. They're less of a threat though than the Meliors. Ideally, if I could keep them from buffing themselves, that helps. But, again, who gets the honors of killing what? Is ultimately the question. Since I got enough intercessors to theoretically kill them both, especially with the buff. And then it leaves the land spears. Where do I put them? There's probably more hits, and let's be honest, it's showing me everything, including the Tyrannofex right now, which is kind of a bit surprising. It's an odd convenience that I don't think I'm going to get very often, or it could be the game just leading me into a trap at the same time. Both of these are very possible.
Sanguinius watches over us.
Now, with that said, I can buff them. I can get very accurate shots, and yeah, there's a third squad there I didn't notice before. And everything else is uncertain. Oh, I think I recognize this map. I think this was the one they showcased for a demonstration of Battlesector when it was in development. I could be wrong, but either way. I already know my priority. I'd rather go here to avoid the cover. Actually, let's just go over here. And let's start buffing things up, although not a whole lot you can do besides just shooting stuff.
Of course.
Let's get you in position. Without a doubt, these need to die. I'm making it my mission to kill them both in this turn. And ideally, if firepower permitting, I kill at least 2 of these Termagant squads. I really hope I got that name right. The naming right when I was talking about them earlier. And now, with what I learned, let's see, 95, 75, this is as good as we can ask for. Let's fire. Enjoy. They survived, but that's what, hopefully, Carleon can take care of.
We fight and we die for the Imperium.
Never mind it. And never mind our apothecary as well to try and clean up. But I only got 1 shot. That might not be enough on his own, but it'll be close. And he's going to be in the front line. Gotta be careful there.
My vengeance will be final.
Can he? He missed the 1 shot, but even then, that would not have been enough to kill it. And it wasn't even optimal range, let's be honest. So we'll go over here, finish this off. Nothing is detected at the very least, which does me a little bit of good. Now kill the Gaunt,
the angel requires.
and hopefully... Yeah, sadly, due to the mechanics here of my own use kind of providing cover, I'm probably not going to do another one of those Devil Fire. If I'm understanding the mechanics right.
Affirmative.
Yeah, they got cover right now, so I would have to move these guys out of the way first. Oh yeah, and I forgot to buff their damage too. Which, this is a good opportunity to do it. Since these are the only ones that can benefit from the debuff. It's just a shame I didn't think to do that with these guys. With the first 2 squads. It doesn't look like I could 2-shot them though, but I can try. And even if I don't, Yeah, that's a shame. I could have got a little more value there, but at least I have those shots for next turn. Now,
Ready for recon.
time to clean up this mess, and we definitely need to get the GC, make that a top priority. And it doesn't look like they have cover of any sorts.
We fight and we die for the Imperium. Moving.
Now, the big question, do they have cover?
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
No cover, so let's try and take these out.
Your orders.
Enjoy. Oh, so close. I will take it, but it's still buffing them with the dang swarm tactics, though, which I'm not
The sanguinary
fond
priesthood
of.
serves the will of the chapter.
Now, I don't know where the rest of them are is a bit of the problem, so we're going to back up for safety's sake. And the land speeders hopefully could just provide a little bit of early warning on the left.
On the move. Need a scout?
And actually,
Got it. With speed.
now I almost tried to box select them, but of course, no luck there.
Lining up anti-swarm firing solution.
There, that looks a lot more satisfying, doesn't it? Now, gotta be mindful of anything that might cause problems. Like these venom ropes right here. So I do not want to go here, they can reach me. Good thing I paid close attention. And I do have decent armor to take their shots. If anything, I want them to shoot the land speeder for that reason.
Got it.
Sadly, we didn't kill a whole lot. It's basically 3.5 squads worth, which isn't terrible. We could have been a little more efficient, though, if I had thought of these abilities. Actually, let me turn these guys, because I have that convenience.
On my honor.
I don't know what kind of benefit it gives me, since outside my melee units, to have them turning, but I think we're okay here. Yeah, they saw me and they literally shit themselves. Is anyone surprised? They know the end is near. And hopefully I can cripple them enough to keep them from doing damage, because otherwise I'm going to be forced to back up to mitigate their heavy amount of melee power that they got.
I hear something.
Alright, here comes the Tornado effects. This is going to be a hard one to kill, because 9 armor for crying out loud. And it gets 50 health due to the difficulty. That's going to be a little problematic. Yeah, they're going to shoot me. But it's very limited damage, at least. And yes, I want you to shoot the speeders if you can.
Taking fire.
This might hurt, though.
Taking fire.
Not very much, thankfully, but they are. I don't know if they got buffed there by the other gaunt. And now here comes more guns. A lot more guns.
I hear them out there.
But without a doubt, I do not want the meleeers coming in close because of I am kind of hurting myself with that debuff. A little bit. Now, top priority is these venom ropes. How the heck can I shoot them?
Land speeder crew awaiting orders.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm already in optimum range, it's just a matter of what kind of cover would they have. Sadly,
Firing on the enemy.
gotta see what damage I could do. And these heavy bolters are probably the best one to kind of cripple them. Don't have to worry about the group here until next turn, maybe. I just gotta clean up the rest of this if I can. Unfortunately, I'm hitting 2 separate targets. But if they can't attack me, that's not a problem. So they can go there.
With speed.
Now,
Battle line squad ready.
are they still buffed? No, they're not buffed. I can make them more accurate, though. It's just a question Yeah, because again, I can clean this up, but ideally I would like to soften these guys up top a bit. But I may... Actually, yeah, these are all going to be off cooldown next turn, so I should seriously use these to try and kill off this second squad. How do I organize these units, though? Because without doubt, I am going to want an Overwatch trap or Overwatch in this choke point. And then everyone else, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully these two could just clean up this rabble.
Battle line squad ready.
No, I don't want to do that.
The blood of Sanguinius
Let me ideally
flows
just
in my
kill
veins.
these units off. Ideally.
Their death is our own.
Because one shot's all we need here. Bit of a waste, sadly, but what can you do?
The blood waits.
And then really, these guys should go over here to kind of get the most out of their movement. Hopefully, these gaunts are not in cover. Yeah, and sadly I won't get to have my proper Overwatch here. It's the only downside. Yeah, because they would have had really heavy cover if I decide to go where Intoro Wind is at.
Battle line squad ready.
I can go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't want to go there because they are likely to hurt me quite heavily. I could move one more though if I want to get that shot up top though. And hopefully these two can just, well, I again want the Overwatches handy. That's the only downside of moving like I am, because these guys are taking a really good position for said Overwatches. Unless I can get some more. If I'm lucky, maybe the cover won't be as significant. Actually, I don't want to be over here. 1, 2, 3. So that's... I don't want to be in front of the rocks, is what that looks like if I'm worried about these Hormagaunts or Termagants. Dang it, I'm doing it again, or to shoot at me.
I am the sword of Sanguinius.
Without a doubt, you need to make your way over here for the Gene Seed. I think that is a priority there. And then we have 2 squads here for Overwatches. Actually, how far will these guys go? 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe they will get covered, sad fact is, but hopefully I can have a lot of fire at the ready.
With precision, brothers.
Yeah, blast them. They survived. The unfortunate truth there. Ah, he almost got it.
When the day is darkest, we prevail through control.
I'm not worried about them. With that,
The sons of Sanguinius.
I just don't want... I would like to just completely eradicate them.
Your orders.
Because they're just gonna waste a dang Overwatch shot. The sad fact of the matter is, although I can walk forward, then walk back, I could cheat a little bit here.
I am ready to help. My duty is service.
Very likely to kill it, so do it. There, that makes my life a lot easier now.
Battle line squad ready.
And how many of these are meleeers? They're basically all meleeers, it looks like, here. So optimum range is what I want.
Overwatch.
And I could kill him off. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I at least shoot these guys without cover? Not looking likely. They got less cover, but it's still not very promising with the range. I think I'll just Overwatch. It's probably better than the circumstances, but we need to advance forward. And these are only things that are really in my way for that. Now die. Almost got both the crippled ones at least, and now they are set to die for next turn. And these should take a lot of damage. And they're all meleeers, so you know what they're gonna do. Come into my welcome, waiting arms. Of bolters and well, I would like to say incinerators, but we're stuck with bolt rifles pretty much at the moment. And they should not be able to get in the melee, right? No. But they took all the Overwatch shots. And these gaunts are smarter than your normal gaunts. Because now they're multiplying. Now I wish I had some grenades. Ideally grenades that would hit all of them.
Push them back.
Ooh, that was painful. Thankfully that was not the one that was buffed. And I can heal that easily enough. We got our work cut out for us now. I gotta use the choke point to my advantage. And thankfully I thought it was maybe gonna go left here too, because there was a ramp, but it doesn't look like the case. We are gonna get surrounded pretty quickly. Advancing is gonna be hard. Since if I make a break for this, it can very quickly, very rapidly get to my apothecary. So I'm gonna have to take a very long detour. I think the apothecary has to go the long way around, because otherwise if he goes through here, they'll be encouraged to just intercept him. But if they stay out of vision, out of traditional movement range, that might encourage them. And hopefully you die right now. Good, I will take that. That is acceptable. You can now join the rest of this squad while hopefully we can get the land spears to help provide a little bit of vision. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think this is a good angle to try and hit them. Barely a decent chance to hit. Yeah. Wasting 2 land speeders to kill these things is hardly worth it. But at least they can provide me a little bit of warning, and maybe they can provide some decent flanking options. At least for next turn. Right now though, we got a mess to clean up.
Affirmative.
Now, there's no cover here apparently, despite my units in the way. And that's the one thing I want to kill most of all.
Battle line squad ready.
Even though this is probably overkill. Almost. We at least have a way, we have a solution to that still.
On my honor.
Now finish him off. Now this will be a little bit awkward due to me having to fall back. But they're only gaunts. It's just a question of how many Overwatch shots can I get ready. Because we know there are something over on the left coming this way too. So they have cover. There's a bit of a problem there, but we still got choke points. Oops, I forgot about the melee attack.
Battle line squad ready.
No cover, at least. Alright, kill him, please. Almost, but that's why we have these commander units to help with that.
We fight and we die for the Imperium.
And now we can fight completely unhindered a little bit, but no Overwatch is the downside. And these are the ranged ones too. They're Termagants, Hormagaunts, so 4, 5. I would need to back up one space to be safe. Now, who can I heal? Because healing definitely is important here, but I need all the movement I can to do the long way around.
The blood is strong. Do not falter.
Just take the long way around. And worst case, we'll start circling to the left if I really have to.
Battle line squad ready.
But we got 2 shots
We're the
here.
sons of Sanguinius.
Now, wreck him some more. Almost.
For they
A lot of almostes, but if we can get a decent amount of momentum, that will help tremendously. But sadly, no overwatches is a bit of a problem. One thing I'm wary of, but hopefully the land speeders can get a decent angle, and at least some decent shots in Tyrannofax next turn. Actually, what's over here? Okay. We knew they were there, we saw the movement. And they will, without a doubt, be able to shoot me next turn, right? 4 movement and then 3 range. So I am, without a doubt, going to take a shot from them.
Affirmative.
Actually, I should really start making movements over this way. Again, start preparing a fallback plan. I'm not feeling optimistic with the fact that I've spent 3 turns gaining really no ground. Since I worry that this game is just going to spawn endless hordes of gaunts until I complete the objectives. And we need a nice window to focus this thing down, which hopefully...
Picked up movement on the Auspex.
Hopefully the land speeders can help with that some. Nope, looks like we'll have to deal with these gaunts in a moment. Now, they are at least in each other's way, which helps some, because then they burn their own movement, trying to get around Tyrannofax. Okay, I'll take that shot.
There can only be victory.
Now, this is going to be a mess. You can count on that. Now I gotta start making my movement over to the left, I think. Sincerely, flanking maneuvers not out of the question. But at least I can do some damage to these gaunts. Come on, hit it some more.
Got it.
Alright. I think we shoot and scoot.
The day's darkest, we prevail
I
through
should be able to
control.
get there next turn, but I think if I'm gonna, I think I'm realistically gonna move all my squads here, because then they have to go all the way around. Sadly, I have no way to snare them or slow them down, which would be kind of
We
convenient.
fight and we die.
I know, that's kind of too much to ask for, isn't it? And that gaunt must die. It's just buffing him. And I can jump.
My fury will be fast.
At least then he gets him out of the way. But I do need the buff too, because why shouldn't I? Unless I want to... Yeah, the only problem is they're getting covered because of my own troops, it looks like.
Your orders.
And I do not like that predicament. And if I back up, then I'll have to burn another point of movement to get a decent shot on them.
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
How do I best handle this? What is my odds to hit? 52, 63. Oh, there's actually no cover for you.
I am the sword of Sanguinius.
I think we can hit. I think what we do is have all our Space Marines in this spot here to hopefully allow for unhindered shots. At least at this second squad in the back. And hopefully when I get more momentum, that's another thing I haven't really considered, I should do a lot more damage with my critical hits.
Your orders. Battle line squad
I sadly did walk into the Phantom Ropes effect, but that is not a huge loss.
for the Emperor.
Now the question is, do I buff or not? Because I am definitely going to need that next turn, because I'm doing 0 points of damage to that thing without some means of doing extra armor or extra damage or armor piercing. And critical hits again are going to be important for that. Now you have a flamethrower, I'm assuming, right? Acid spray and a really powerful melee attack. I do not want to be here next turn.
Affirmative.
Simple fact of the matter, I will take a little bit of hits. And yeah, these actually give me more range damage, doesn't it? A little bit more, and that's gonna suck a bit. If they can get some... Oh my god, please tell me they can't go through there. That scared me.
Battle line
That
squad
terrified me for the briefest of moments.
ready. We fight and we die for the Imperium.
Now you jump over there. Start getting ourselves repositioned. We're gonna clean up this rabble. And hopefully get a couple overwatches to maybe soften something up for next turn.
Battle line squad ready. We fight and we die for the
Yeah,
Imperium.
blast them. Sadly did not kill him. Which means it's going to be overkill no matter what I do when this thing moves. Unless I use him for that. Which may not be a terrible idea. I go here, take some really bad shots, and then I go straight through maybe? Or at least position him here, and then he might be able to reach the next turn. Yeah, he can go there next turn, but then he won't be able to move at all. It's a bit of the catch. If I at least get here. And that way I don't waste valuable shots on you. Hopefully. Still a 50-50 chance. I can afford one more move forward for better accuracy, maybe. Since no one really needs to be healed. And then I'll have 2 movements, and then 1 action point to get there.
My duty is service.
And hopefully, 75 is enough to kill it, hopefully. Alright. Since the big thing I'm afraid of, that I'm not certain of, is how much completing the objective is impactful for stopping them from spawning. Because I worry they're just going to spawn indefinitely if I just don't take the objective seriously. That's my biggest fear.
Battle line squad ready.
Actually, I kind of want you forward. And then these guys, even though they're going to get poisoned, can just hang
We're
back.
the sons of Sanguinius.
At least then I can get some decent Overwatch shots.
Overwatch.
Let's see. Yeah, I kind of need to be here, otherwise the terrain effects is going to hit you, unless I don't Overwatch and burn the action point to move up here instead. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta be mindful it has a flamethrower too, dang it. Or an acid spray. Sadly, I'm probably gonna continue. I don't think I'll be able to do my full move here. It's gonna take me up here and then to the left is what I fear. And I don't want to stand here to give it multiple targets to hit.
Moving.
I don't like this predicament. But we're gonna stick with it and hope the land spears can be useful next turn.
On the move.
Since right now they're just, well, they're being useful by cleaning up anything goes on the flank, and now there's more of them coming this way. Now watch us do hardly any damage to this thing, although 30 damage is still impressive. And now imagine good critical hits to kind of compound on that. Okay,
Taking fire.
this is gonna hurt. I can heal that at least. But it's more damage than I can actually heal is the problem.
Taking fire! Ah!
Yeah, and they're getting buffed up now. Nope, coming in for the melee. Nope, they burnt all their movement. I have more movement than the terrain effects, that's all I can really say, but without a doubt, that one Space Marine squad's in a lot of trouble. They're not going to be able to escape safely. And we have a lot of gaunts to prepare for. Now, without a doubt, gaunts need to die. Advancing here, my plan to go for this is definitely out of the question now. And a lot of it is what I said. If I had gone through here and put most of my guys here, they would just circle to the left. But I definitely need to clear out these gaunts.
Anti-grav ready.
And sadly, I can't have 2 units here for the visual effect. So we'll have to stick with that shot.
Anti-swarm firing solution.
I gotta really hope momentum starts building up to get some real damage in. Because we are getting some critical hits, if not much. Actually, I don't want you guys down here. Just stay up here where you're at.
Got it.
Because you can be a good flanking maneuver, if nothing else.
I am ready to help.
And without a doubt, this squad needs to be healed, but
Battle line squad ready.
there is windows that hurt this thing a lot. And then back away from these guys, and maybe they should not be able to shoot me.
We fight and we die for the Imperium. With precision, brothers.
0 to 1 damage. That didn't seem like it did a whole lot. Let's see, it says 1-8, 1-8, so it's not accounting for the buff at the moment. That's something I need to be mindful of. I am half tempted to use the chainsword in there, as opposed to buff for the accuracy. We'll see how this plays out. I got a lot of shots to actually do, and this is still a respectable chance to hit. Yeah, sadly it still looks like only 1 point of damage despite the 30% range damage I was supposed to be getting. I figured I'd be able to do multiple points of damage there, but I guess not, and I don't know if I can move here or not.
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
And with with 2 chain swords I could do a lot of damage to them. They maybe kill the Tyrannofax, but I'm spending a lot of time hitting it too, is the problem. It needs to die if I'm going to commit to this. And I burn a lot of movement if I have to back up. I think these guys do the suboptimal shots, so that way they can allow everyone else to back up. Actually, I should be laying the ones with full health kind of more in front, just so they're more likely to take the hits. Because if I commit to this, it needs to die, no questions asked. There's not really much choice in the matter. Otherwise,
Battle line squad ready.
we're looking good here. I honestly wonder if there's even a point to using the battle line tactics. Because I could be saving that for these gaunts, which I'm going to need next turn without a
You're
doubt.
the sons of Sanguinius. Affirmative. Your orders.
I think I'll save 2 of them so I can have a really good chance of killing a gaunt squad. This is going to be scary. Oh god, really? That is not what I wanted. I did not realize he could not move there. I thought he could have just moved across, but that ruins that plan tremendously. Safe to say this thing's not going to die. Now that I can't get Carleon in on this fight. And I spent a lot of action points just to wound it. Because even with 2 chainsword attacks, that's only like 90 to 60 damage before even armor. So much for that idea. Let me at least heal these guys and hope for something. Because this is a bad spot. If only I knew that actually didn't count as movable terrain. And then I'll just heal you and then run the hell away. You're not going to survive the Toronto effects is more than likely a situation. It's just a hope maybe you survive some other attacks.
The sanguinary priesthood serves the will of the chapter.
Alright.
For the Emperor.
I'm not happy about this predicament now, but
Need a scout?
it had promise. Carleon is just in a bad spot I was not aware of, and now he did absolutely nothing as a result.
I await their mistakes.
Next turn though, that can change, but this is gonna hurt. Hopefully it only hits 1. Pistol's doing some respectable damage. Oh, what's it gonna attack? Yeah, it's hitting 2 of them. Yeah, that's a shame. That really that really hurt there. How many died? Oh, that squad actually survived. I'm a little shocked by that. We're in cover and high ground. And land speeders should be able to do something here pretty good. At least take some of that flak.
Push them
It's
back.
painful, but not... Yeah, it was painful because of the swarm tactics, really, and not really the gaunt itself. But now we gotta really kill that stuff, because now I don't have really the sweet spot minimum range I'm gonna need. We'll really need to plan this out. Because this can die. A lot of things can die. I just gotta somehow make sure that people survive this exchange. 2 attacks, so he could kill Tyrannofax right now.
Save this nomination.
Is that the right choice, though? Because he can kill Gaunts, but so can Entoron. So yeah, just kill this for me. The living artillery has been vanquished. So says the achievement. And we have land speeders without a doubt. And I believe my apothecary is ideal for killing these gaunts.
Of course.
At least one of them. Overwatch, okay. That is painful.
Whatever the angel requires.
Now, it's the honest question. Can I get away with him not healing himself? He's unlikely to get that kill there. And you will be in optimum range to kill this gaunt squad, hopefully. And then everyone else can kill this group. They sadly have cover, though. I still say I chance it. Actually, I can just move out of the way. It's entirely possible for me to move out of the way, and hopefully these gaunts won't get cover because of the high ground. Yeah, max damage, I like it. Yes. Start shooting like crazy. Again, probably a bit wasted shots, but I think we're starting to come together now. Things are finally starting to come together. What's the biggest priority? This cursed thing right now.
Your orders.
Gotta kill them off. And hopefully... Yeah, you are as safe as you probably could be, but... And we still have 2 land speeders to finish these off. And these are all ranged. Let's see. Actually, what do I do with you? You have an action left. You can do a lot of stuff here. And I can't get an optimum range, can I? Well, I can here. It's just a question of what do I shoot at? Well, swarm tactics is what really is hurting me there when they're crippled like this. You saw how much damage that one gaunt did on the charge. It's just a matter of being efficient killing them, though. That's the only caveat. I don't really want to go up here, but it makes a good flanking opportunity. And it could take some hits. They got the armor. I just hope I can get a unhindered shot. Yep, unhindered. What kind of damage can we do, though? Only 3. I was hoping for a 4th.
With speed.
Again, I would love to kill you. You should not be much of a threat, but Carleon is without doubt going to take some fire. And that is who I want to protect. By minimizing the amount of damage he gets. Well, I can move these guys back. They should be safe. Nope, I didn't want you to go there. I did not want you to go there. Not much I could do, though. And you only have 1 point of movement left. And hopefully you can get an unhindered shot here, or is the corpse in the way? The corpse is actually in the way, which is kind of a cool feature. I am just not amused, given the circumstances. Alright, let's kill this gaunt then.
Your orders.
And then protect this one weakened squad. And maybe, just maybe, we're in the clear now, despite that, me messing up that attempt on the Tyrannofax. If you can really call it messing up, trying to get Carleon in there. And I can move some more of these Space Marines around, which I definitely should.
Battle line squad ready.
And what exactly do you shoot at? You can kill... Oh, you can't move any... Dang it! I was hoping you could move sideways, but I guess not. It's really easy for him to get shot. Let me just heal him. Because he's realistically only going to kill one Gaunt there. And these two squads could probably shoot him.
On my honor.
And that gets you in a good spot. You'll counterattack them if they try and run. Seriously doubt you can keep them from running, though. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but... that isn't terrible. We just need the Gene Seed now. And Carleon, without a doubt, is going to take a lot of hits, maybe. If they can get a good chance to hit him, that is.
Taking fire.
The cover is definitely helping here, though. Okay, they're not going after the Apothecary. Or Sanguinary Priest, I guess is the proper term. Which, I can rest easy. Makes me wish I took that shot instead of healing, though. But yeah, if they're just going to keep sending Gaunts and not really anything scary, I should be okay. And then Land Speeders can just clean up this mess here. And then we just do whatever we have to clean up.
I've recovered Sergeant Pentasio's gene seed. His legacy will endure within the angelic host.
Praise Sanguinius.
Now, how do we best murder some Gaunts? Because sadly, elevation is not the most convenient here.
When the day is darkest.
And you're blocking my own path, aren't you?
The sanguinary priesthood serves the
I would have
will of
liked the Overwatch, but I think this works better. At least trying to gang up on these guys. What the heck?
Land speeder crew awaiting orders.
Well, this is unfortunate. Well, I learned a very valuable lesson here, didn't I? That was probably from even just grabbing this dang Gene Seed, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna get hit, and are they gonna overwhelm me and keep me there? Nope. And they have full cover. Not a lot I can do about that. And I have to move these two spaces no matter what. Otherwise the Phantom Sorps are coming after me. All I can really hope is maybe the Land Speeder takes some of the flak. Unfortunately. And gives me a little bit of breathing room. That was unfortunate. I did not enjoy being put in that situation, however the hell that happened. I'm going to assume, again, that it was probably because I grabbed the Gene Seed and they spawned, since I don't recall seeing them before. Now just go over there and do it again. And I might buff you up to help secure a kill.
Precision, brothers.
So do it.
Battle line squad ready.
Yeah, you can move over there. You're relatively safe. Apothecary's in a bit of trouble, but he should be able to get out next turn so long as I clean up this mess here to allow him to run through.
On Baal 4 I was born. And should the Emperor win it, on Baal 4 I will die.
Now, can I shoot some more? Probably not as well as I would like.
For the Emperor. Battle line squad ready.
Alright, no cover there. I'm gonna buff you up.
Sanguinius guides every strike.
I think just to be safe, I'm gonna buff that shot to get all but a guaranteed kill. I think with 100% chance I kill them all. I don't know how close that was, but I think it was worth it. Now, let's kill the remainder. Good, good. So Carleon could probably kill that himself. And then I have a nice Overwatch at the ready for something. And that is 3 spaces, right? Certainly doesn't look like it. I think we're good. Puff Carry's just in a bad spot, or Entaro, which I'm not really a fan of, but not much I can do about it. Just kill this gaunt, please. Good, good.
Their death is our own.
And I don't like you being exposed to getting shot at. But your Overwatch is pretty valuable at the same time. Actually, you go over here. That might be a little bit safer. Okay, there's 9 remaining. I think we're in the clear, but despite their cheap maneuvers that they tried to do. And they are splitting up. And Taro can just sprint on out. He's got more movement than them. So long as I'm good about which direction he goes. And sadly the land speeder's being bait. And it should ensure me a victory, since now I can focus my fire of all 3 of them. Nope, never mind. They're all coming this way, but we're gonna shoot them down. Hopefully that didn't give them too much cover, but it looks like they survived relatively intact. Now I gotta clean up this mess, otherwise I can't sprint back with my priest. That's the top priority. Get Brother and Taro home. And we're gonna have to cause a lot of bloodshed to make it happen. Although, let's see, I don't need to buff you. I think you two can just simply clean this up without. So let's enjoy the light show. Yep, critical hits help seal the deal. And give us some breathing room, please. Now, outside of optimum range, I really dislike how I hold that down. It flickers. I apologize if that's actually bothersome to some people. I worry it might be a phonogenic issue if I leave it like that too long. Okay, half them are dead. I'm really liking this. I would like a lot more momentum, though, I won't lie, because I feel like that's the biggest thing I'm going to have going for me later on this campaign. Although, yeah, Carleon does unlock a feature to do that at some point, I think, which should make that a lot easier to get those critical hits for these kind of awkward situations, if I'm going to be relying on intercessors so much. And to help seal the deal, let's just buff them. It's hard to say if this buff has been really helpful or not, because again, I've only been seeing 1 point of damage on the Tyranno effects after all. But you are free to get home, get to safety. And wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. You just back up 2 spaces and you are safe. You're not going to be very potent, but you're going to be safe. And thankfully we don't have any Hormagaunts to worry about for the land speeders. Hopefully it will be alright. Hopefully he'll be able to get to safety. And if possible, just buff them up and hopefully we do a lot of damage, a lot of hurt to these Venom Sorbs. Yeah, I don't want to go 1 more space forward though. Yeah, the land speed is fine, unless there's more gaunts I'm not aware of. Which there's always more gaunts, let's be honest. Yeah, apparently I didn't see him there earlier, but now I do. Good thing I didn't stay there or try and do any fancy maneuvers. But you will survive, at the very least. Unlike our brothers there that fallen. But I think we're okay. It's just a question of how many more are going to spawn. Because we've seen before that that 9 remaining is a bit of a lie. And with the damage buff, killing these Venom Syrups should be a lot easier for me. Will we get to kill any of them though? One of them, thanks to some good pistol shots. But can we kill both these off next turn before they get too close? Because keep in mind, they'll probably protect themselves with a smoke screen too. Which means I'm more than likely going to have to use an Overwatch kill zone to ideally kill them off effectively. Hey, I'm the one with momentum here, damn it. You're not supposed to get critical hits. You're supposed to be dying by the dozen after all.
On Balfour I was born.
Now, without a doubt, these die. How do we best do that? Because do they have cover right now? I am seeing no cover on them. Just the regular AoE effect that they do every turn. And you are pretty much dead. We can kill a lot of these this turn. Just a question of how to best go about it now. Alright, our land speeders made safely with their brothers. It's just a shame that the other one had to get killed off due to cheap maneuvers. The damn sneaky gaunts. They knew they couldn't win traditionally, so they had to literally cheat. Or so I'm gonna proclaim.
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
Although this is ultimately a pretty simple turn, let's be honest. Because all these should die, it's just a matter of how many Overwatches can I get for the preceding turn.
We die for the Imperium.
Since I think, yeah, most of them, we might get a couple here. Coming on this ledge and coming around the corner maybe. So if I could get on this ledge, that would be a good kill box. Let's see. You can buff up. I need to back you up. And I'm fine with that, since if these two could kill this, well, I don't think it's possible, but if they could kill them, that would be great. I don't think they have enough firepower to do it though, especially with the cover. But thankfully I'm not going very far. Moment of truth. Yes, they did it. They did it. They may be weakened, they may be crippled, but they are not going to go down without a fight. Now, time for a nice treat here in that we're going to fire 3 squads at once, maybe. And then that leaves me with... I'm probably going to need all 3 of these, and I'm going to have no real Overwatches, sadly. It honestly might be overkill to fire with all 3, so I think I'm just going to do 2 to see how much damage it does with the buff. Good thing I didn't do that, although I honestly don't know how that would have behaved, if I'm honest. Now I regret not firing with this squad, because of course they're a weakened one. Actually, I can fix that. Oops, I did not need to buff the melee, because they have, like, no melee, but... Alright. You are ready to do something. I just don't know what yet.
My duty is service.
But that will be good for cleanup here next turn, maybe.
Ready for recon.
6 left? Oh, who is needing to go? Oh, Carleon. I forgot she existed. Although I don't think you're going to be able to do a whole lot with your pistol, but we'll try. Although putting you into poison might not have been the smartest thing I did. But they're only a handful of gaunts and they should not be able to get the best shots on you from how far away they are. Oh, they're not even going the right way because the gaunts are in the Horma gaunts are in the way, but Still a subpar Overwatch salvo, at least. I will take it. Well, I say subpar, but... Oh, that was probably from the land speeder. Who am I kidding? All that's left really is Gaunts. I think we're in the clear. Again, another pretty straightforward turn. And can my land speeder just straight up kill this? Because you got more range than them. You should not trigger an Overwatch. And then hopefully you just kill this off. A little bit overkill, but I'd rather you than my entire Space Marine squad. Or Intercessor squad.
Battle line squad ready.
Now, how do we engage this though? Because this is a lot of awkward space. Well, the answer is easy, really. We form ourselves another kill box. We don't go to them, we have them come to us. I honestly wonder if this lasts the entire turn. And it's going to be impossible to tell because of this icon from accidentally giving myself the melee buff. So we won't worry about that for now. Although you're not going to get the best shot, but we're going to welcome them with bolt gun in hand. The only way Space Marines can really greet Xenos, right? Through indiscriminate extermination. And a lot of purging. I don't really like going. Hopefully the elevation will help negate the cover they might be getting. But we got a lot of Overwatches. We are all set for the preceding turns.
Overwatch.
No matter where they come, no matter what they try and do, Gaunts are going to die. It is unavoidable at this point. We just gotta make sure they don't do some cheap maneuvers and try and shoot this weakened squad. I already lost the land speeder. I don't want to lose another squad if I can help it. I wonder how that affects the campaign, if at all. If it means anything to lose a squad. Either way, let's hope for a lot of bolter rounds, because this is going to be painful if it works out. Yeah, they got a little bit of cover there, but I'd rather you shoot now rather than later. How are they doing? Killing off one squad there. Hard to say how many are still left, because there's literally 3 squads on top of each other. Good. We are going to take some shots, but we're not in melee range, and I'm fine with that. Now, time for the real fun to begin, folks.
Your orders.
Now it's just a question of who gets to shoot who first.
Moving. We are the sons of Sanguinius.
Because there's a lot of bolter rounds I want to throw at them.
Affirmative.
No, dang it. I didn't want to get caught in that zone of control. That's unfortunate. Well, not much I could do about it now. But I guess we'll stop playing with our food then. Let's just kill them. Make sure they don't get another lucky shot like that, shall we? Well, that's what Carleon and Taro are going to be for. I knew there was a reason we brought them here. Besides the fact that I'm kind of forced to bring them into these battles. And hopefully we can clean up this one Gaunt. And sadly you cannot heal them, you're too far away, alas. But kill the Gaunt for me. That was a bit scary with... Okay, that time it worked. Not so much the other time. And you have jump jets, you can get into the thick of the fighting. And yeah, these are the last 3. So by all means, we're jumping into the thick of it, I think. So let's have some fun, shall we? Alright, these 2 shot. We have 4 Marine squads to do some shooting, but you can shoot there, but they have cover. Everyone gets their buffs in.
Precision, brothers.
But it's going to be tricky. If there was a way I could set this to slow motion so we can have all 4 of them shoot at once, that would be nice. But
Battle line squad ready.
this is probably the best we could do. Enjoy. And I survived, but that's why we have our redundancy plan. We have our land speeder to help with that. Although really, one gaunt's not really that scary, is it now? What's a gaunt gonna do? Famous last words. I'd rather kill this off, because it's more damage and more value. Would have liked to have killed that third one though, because knowing my luck, the chainsword's gonna end up hitting them instead.
You will fall before me.
Like that, and wasting valuable attacks as a result. Because I probably could have killed one more gaunt there, but I shouldn't have overwatched with him in retrospect. Oh, I can actually cancel it. Not that it really helps us, sadly. I can only hope that maybe I can use it for something.
The blood is strong.
Ah, dang it.
Do
I forgot he had
not
Surge, didn't he? Or did he lose Surge? Oh, he just gained it back. That's what happened. Alright, so maybe now I could kill you. Enjoy. Alright. So that was efficient. We just had a really odd way of going about it. Come on, you can kill him. Kill one of them.
Contempt is my armor.
Well, they didn't do a whole lot now. Oh, that was a charge attack, that's why. So you couldn't do a counter attack. Alright, do the honors and finish him off. I honestly want the chainsword, but you do you, man. Whatever makes you feel better at purging Xenos.
Mark this location for the Logisticium servitors. These cursed pinnacles shall spoil Balfora's skin no longer.
The inconsistency displayed by the alien troubles me. There is no sign of the cognition and strategy that prevailed upon us before.
You do not have to explain, brother. There was clearly a disparity between the beast we faced and the one that bested Pentesio.
But it was still the same creature.
Aye, but previously steered by the will of another.
A synaptic network. That does not bode well for your move.
It does not indeed. We got ourselves some warriors or some hive tyrants roaming around. But that was fun. Incredibly terrifying for that brief moment when I tried to engage the Tyrannofax. But we survived. We got increased point limit, increased cap, and increased upgrades. A lot of them, wow. I would like the range accuracy. Frag grenades could be fun. There is a possibility of just investing in both of these, although I'll plan that based on what I have available to work with, honestly. Because it's possible with the extra army points and whatever the mission allows, I could maybe get away with more.
Ready for recon.
Otherwise,
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
this puts me at 840. Without a doubt, I'm probably going to want to change this. But we will see what I switch it to once we have a look at our new mission. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you next time.